Yo, what is up, my friends? It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We are back with your best bets for Major League Baseball here for you today on Saturday, September 20th, 2025. MLB player props, run lines, totals, parlays here for you today. 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's have a big day today here in Major League Baseball, guys, as we wind down the baseball season. And obviously, hopefully we can finish it in style. Honestly, the last couple of weeks have not been the greatest from us as far as baseball goes. I believe we can do better. And we're going to look to do better here to close the season. So let's do a recap from my last episode. This is from MLB Thursday. A couple days ago, we ended up going 0-3. Minus 3.10 units. Obviously, with our 10th of a unit there on the parlay. So, yeah, it definitely hurt, guys. It was not a good day for us. We were relatively close in some regards. We got Povich to go under 15.5 outs. Judge got 1 hit run RBI. Did not get 2. We had 2 hits, runs, RBIs on Contreras and Chandler Simpson. Chandler Simpson got that done, and Contreras did not. I believe Contreras got 1 as well. So, we were pretty close on those plays. And then the over in the Rays-Blue Jays game, Blue Jays offense just doesn't show up. Obviously that hurt as well. Was anticipating a little bit more there on that matchup, and it just didn't happen. So, like I said, definitely a tough day, but we stay encouraged. We stay up, guys. We're still up units on the season. Not a lot now. It's obviously been a battle this baseball season. So hopefully, like I said, we can finish strong. That's really what I'm focused on. And, we just have a great rest of our season. As far as our comic cappers go, we did have a call out in the chat. Mike Peacock calling the Brewers team total over 4.5. They cashed that, so we'd love to see that. Great call out there from Mike Peacock. We love to see it, guys. So make sure you guys are dropping your favorite pick down below in the chat. Let me know what you guys are playing today. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick if you'd like your pick included in our comic capper section. We'll include your pick in the next video that we do for baseball. So just keep that in mind. And then check out the pinned comment and description as well. It's got all the links you need here at the channel. Membership, merchandise, social media links. And then lastly, just check out our NFL content that we already have and also upcoming for today. We'll have a couple more NFL videos coming out today. NFL best bets for 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games for Sunday. That'll be live around 12:30 to noon range today. And then our Sunday night football video will be live later at about 8 p.m. So keep that in mind. College football, I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything out. Unfortunately, there I planned on it, but it's just not going to happen, I don't think, this week. So we'll just focus on what we got. So appreciate you guys. Let's get after it today, though, and get a sweep here in baseball. Let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we got Aaron Nola under 17.5 outs. Parlay with Gabriel Moreno over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This is plus 195 odds on Fanatics. So I love the value here, and obviously we are sticking with our formula. Like I said, we've had a little bit of a rough time lately getting these to lock in, but I do like this one here today for a lot of reasons. Aaron Nola under in 47% of games this season. That doesn't sound great, but 71% under on the road. He has not pitched well on the road at all this year. He's up against the D-backs, who are 13th in WRC plus versus righty pitching over the last 15 games, 14th in walk rate last 15 games. Pretty solid overall, not bad. I definitely think being at home also helps, and definitely desperate times here for the D-backs. If they are going to somehow make the playoffs, they pretty much got to win out at this point. So I think they're going to be desperate. I think the offense is going to be locked in today. I think we'll see them really get to Nola and give him a hard time. Yeah, Aaron Nola rocking an 8.49 ERA and a 1.54 whip over his last 7 games, so it's obviously not very good. So I think we can get the Nola, obviously, here with this offense. And I don't see the Phillies going too crazy with him with the division already locked up. Obviously, they're going to need him they're going to need him for the postseason, especially with Zach Wheeler down. So it'd be hard to imagine they're going to overpitch Nola here. I just don't see that happening. Obviously, I've been wrong before, but in this particular spot, I don't think they're going to pitch Nola deep into this game. I think Gabriel Moreno, he is actually 5 for 9 off of Aaron Nola since 2021, all 5 of those singles. Obviously, I do like that. Obviously, batting over 500 off of Nola was good history there. 57% hit rate this season for Moreno, 53% in home games, batting .287 versus righty pitching. Nola allowing a .280 average to righty batters, so I like seeing that. Obviously, I don't mind some of the other Diamondbacks hitters as well. Carroll, Marte. I definitely think you can look at those guys as well. I looked hard at Marte. I ended up going with Moreno just because Moreno's a little bit more locked in at the plate right now. So I like seeing that. So do love it there, though, guys. For our number 1 pick, we got Aaron Nola, under 17.5 outs. Parlay with Gabriel Moreno, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, plus 195 odds here on Fanatics. Candidate number 2, we got Miles Michaelis, under 15.5 outs. Parlay with Bryce Trang, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This is plus 160 odds on Fanatics. So I believe we actually took this parlay last week. Was it? A week or two ago? Michaelis went under, and Trang got 1 hit, run, RBI, which I was obviously very sad about. But I was still pretty encouraged overall, guys. I still like this bet a lot. I think it cashes here in this one. You got Michaelis here under in 55% of games this season, 50% at home this season. Under in 7 of his last 10 starts as well. So they are not letting him go too deep into games. They have not been over-pitching him, which you like seeing that. And he's drawing a very difficult matchup with the Brewers, who are 9th in WRC plus versus righty pitching this season, 5th in walk rate versus righty pitching this season. So you love seeing that. The Brewers obviously could give him trouble. They're one of the top offenses in baseball. And I see them potentially being able to get to Michaelis here. And then Bryce Trang, 54% hit rate this season, 58% on the road, batting .285 versus right-handed pitching. Miles Michaelis allowing a .297 average to lefty bats. So that's really the biggest thing I like there. I love those splits. And I'm encouraged by Trang simply because his last 5 at-bats versus Michaelis, he is just a career 2 for 17 off Michaelis since 2021. But his last 5 at-bats versus Michaelis, Trang has an exit velocity of 95 plus miles an hour. And he has not struck out versus him. So there's a lot of encouraging things still in there. I think there was a lot of unluckiness there in there as well. He's hit the ball pretty hard versus Michaelis. So sometimes you gotta be careful how you look at statistics as far as you know what they are off the pitcher. That exit velocity means a lot because that means he's hitting him hard. You can hit the ball 100 miles an hour right at a left fielder and it's still an out, and so you think it's a bad at bat. No, as he did everything right. It's just unlucky location, which I don't think you'll see that continue. I think overall, I think if we can get 3 at bats today with exit velocity of 95 plus, we should cash. Is all I'm saying. And he's done that in 4 of the last 5 at bats versus Michaelis, and Michaelis, like I said, has not been good versus lefty batters this season. So I really like the setup there. So love it there for number 2 pick, guys. Got Miles Michaelis under 15.5 outs. Parlay with Bryce Trang over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, plus 160 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and finally at number 3. This one's interesting. Probably going to want to listen to me as opposed to read it on your screen because you probably get confused. We got the Braves-Tigers first 5 innings over 4.5 runs. Parlay with the Guardians-Twins first 5 innings over 3.5 runs. This is plus 181 odds on Fanatics. So you might be a little confused when you read it on the screen. Like, what the heck is that? But in order to fit it in there, I had to, finagle. But here I basically just like the first 5 total over in both of these games. We're basically fading all the starting pitching today in these 2 matchups. All these pitchers have like a 5+ ERA over the last 7 games. They've not pitched particularly well. And all these offenses have been capable of late as well. So there's a lot to like here. Starting with Wentz on the Braves, he's got a 5.97 ERA and 1.64 whip in his last 7 games. The Tigers are first in WRC plus versus lefty pitching over the last 30 games. They can hit lefties. Montero of the Tigers, 4.94 ERA, 1.35 whip. Last 7 games, the Braves are second in average, third in OPS overall. You saw him put up 10 runs yesterday. This offense right now is pretty locked in. Ciccone of the Guardians, 5.82 ERA and 1.29 whip over his last 7 games. Twins 12th in WRC plus versus righty pitching over the last 15 games. Solid, not fantastic. And then Joe Ryan, 5.35 ERA for the Twins, 1.37 whip over his last 7 games. Guardians 11th in average and 12th in OPS over the last 15 days. So what we demonstrated there is we're kind of getting pitchers right now that haven't pitched particularly well. We don't necessarily need all these factors to come true, by the way. One pitcher could give up 5 runs or 4 runs or whatever, and that could be all we need. So I think there's a lot of high probability that at least a couple of these pitchers are going to have rough games. And I think this is a great spot with great value. Keep in mind, we only need over 3.5 in the first 5 of that Guardians Twins, so we don't need as good a split. So you notice that the splits aren't as good as the top game that we mentioned, but we also need 1 less run. So I think Ciccone and Ryan could give up runs, and both these offenses have been solid of late. So it's interesting to note. Like I said, all these offenses have been fairly solid of late. And the pitching that we have on the mound just isn't the greatest today. I think they're all pitchers that we could hit, and I anticipate that to be so. Really love this one, guys. Really like the value. We got the Braves, Tigers, first 5 over 4.5. Parlay with the Guardians, Twins, first 5 over 3.5, plus 81 odds on Fanatics for our number 3 pick. And then, of course, guys, we have our For the Sweep Parlay. This is plus 23.47 odds on Fanatics with our 15% profit boost that they're giving us here. Really like this one today, obviously, guys. Hopefully we can cash. We can make over 2.3 units. And we can have a massive day at baseball and get things rolling again. You know, what will we make today? We would make like 7.7 units or something like that. We'd have a really big day if we can go 3-0. Which I believe we can. We have it in us, guys. So, as always, appreciate you guys, though. Let's have a big day today in baseball. A lot going on, obviously, here around the channel as well. Make sure you guys be looking out for that NFL video. We're going to be dropping this afternoon. Like I said, I'm just going to get it out as early as I can to you guys once I finish up my research. So, appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.